Terrell on there yet?
Hey everyone, it's Carl Hovelson here, and welcome. We're going to be talking about how to promote a hot pre-launch product. And joining me today, we've got Jarmo Darmowski, we've got Rob Gehring, we've got Michael Bruneau, and Brent Sissel, I believe, who's on here. And we're probably going to have more that are going to join us. That's usually what happens as we go throughout this. So we're actually going to carry over a little bit of the discussion that we had on Thursday. I'm not sure. I think it's just Jarmo and Michael that's been on here since Thursday that kind of know what I'm talking about. But what we're going to cover today, and then we're going to roll into promoting a hot pre-launch, is basically one of the tactics that we used, and one of them was actually how you connect with people on social media. Well, social media today is basically, let's just put it this way, mobile is pretty much the big way that people are actually communicating and actually doing business today. They're more mobile than anything now. You know, everybody's doing things off of iPads or iPhones nowadays. So marketing is more or less moving in kind of that direction, a lot of it. So what we talked about on Thursday was how you can follow up with your prospects, via, rather than text messaging, but using audio clips and video clips. Okay, welcome, Terrell. So, who else we got on here? Marky Mark.
What is up?
Marky Mark.
Hey, Mark.
Today. So,
What's up, baby?
what we're going to be talking about is just how we're going to be doing that with pre-launch products today. Okay, so just as a review, what we were doing, and David Weber was actually on here. We were doing this training on Tuesday. Is we were showing people how to do audio clips, real quick audio clips with your cell phone. Someone here. I'll just pick someone here. I'll pick Rob here in the room, and I'll do kind of an example of what I'm talking about here. So Rob, I'm going to send you an audio message here really quick, okay? Just to give everybody an example. Hey Rob, it's Carl here. There's something I want you to take a look at. It's something big that's coming out here that's launching in June, and I'm not sure if you're looking at anything right now or looking to get into anything else, but this is going to be big. So I want you to take a look at the video I'm going to send you and then get back to me. Okay, so real quick, I just sent Rob this audio message. Now what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to attach the video clip. Okay, so now they can see the actual video clip that's gone along with the message. Okay, so now Rob is going to go in, he's going to listen to that, he's going to see the audio, or listen to the audio and see the video clip, and then respond back either yes or no. Now, what I found with my split testing that I've been doing lately, because I was doing some text messaging and then sending the video, and then I moved over to audio, and that's something that was brought on from one of our training systems that has been given to us with our Project Titan, which is one of our pre-launches, which we're going to talk about here shortly. And my responses have gone up to about 60% now with the audio video clip. Now, I've taken it to even one step further now in actually doing a quick video clip on the phone, where I've gone in and I've recorded a video clip and then sent it to somebody. So basically what you're going to do is you're going to go on your phone. I mean, everybody has this. Everybody has a camera on their phone. They're going to go on their camera, right? Okay, so you're going to have your camera. You're going to go on your camera and just play something, a real quick 30, 40-second video. So it's like, hey, it's Carl here. I want you to take a look at something. I'm not sure if you're interested in it, but I want you to take a look at this video clip I'm going to send you, okay? So make sure you do that and then get back to me with whatever answer you decide, yes or no, okay? So real quick, I've done that. So Rob, I'm going to send that to you, okay, just so everyone can see that, and maybe you can put your phone up and show everybody that you've received that kind of video and even play it, so that they can see the format they're going to get it in, okay? And right now, I'm actually getting pretty good response back with that as well. Now, why am I doing that? Well, because a lot of people will respond more if you're more interactive with people. Okay, because now you're actually coming out, and I'm just going to share that video with Rob now. I just sent it to Rob. Okay,
That's Skype,
so Rob,
Carl?
I just sent it off to you.
Is that on Skype, Carl, you're sending me?
Yeah, I just sent you a video
Okay.
now.
All right, I just opened up my Skype, so hang on here.
It's not on your Skype. It's actually on your Facebook.
Oh, it's on Facebook. Okay.
Yeah, Facebook Messenger. Yeah.
Oh, all right. Let me go get that. All right, hang on.
Yeah. So yeah, we're talking. I guess I should have made that clear.
There we go.
This is what we're doing on Facebook and WhatsApp. So if you could just show what I sent, Rob.
So it's a video, Carl. I don't know if you guys can see. I'll hold it up like that. Let me just hit play, and let's go for it. Hold it up. There you go.
Here, I want you to take a look at something. I'm not sure if you're interested in it, but I want you to take a look at this video clip I'm going to send you. Okay? So make sure you do that, and then get back to me with whatever answer you decide, yes or no. Okay?
So, my answer is yes, Carl. Yes.
Yeah, there you go. So, you know, the point here is that now that people are seeing who you are, you know, now you're coming out of the shadows. You're not showing that you are a ghost anymore. Now you're coming out and you're getting more. First, we did the audio, which was, you know, showing everybody or sending them the audio, so it's an actual voice message coming through, and then adding the video clip to it. Then going at a stage even further, sending a video clip, okay, of you on the phone, and then you're saying, look, you know, because now they know you're talking to them, they know who you are, because maybe they've never seen you in person, maybe they've only seen your picture on Facebook or WhatsApp or whatever it is, and they don't really know that that's you, because you know how people are on social media. A lot of them tend to, you know, falsify who they are. So anybody want to comment to this?
I love that, Carl. I got to tell you, the thing that makes that awesome is what Empower always tells you to do is you're leveraging that video. You can do one video clip real quick and send it out to a zillion people, and you're not having to re-record it 100 times. You're not having to personalize it necessarily. That's awesome, because I've been doing the audio clips, and you know, and you kind of have to do a new one for each person. This way, you're doing one quick video clip and you're just shooting it out there. I love it.
Yeah, you know, you make it generic so you can keep sending that out over and over, and that's what I've been doing today. And then, of course, I attached the 90-second video for them to watch, right?
Leverage is a beautiful thing.
And people will click on these things because now, as I was mentioning before, is that when text comes out there, people will kind of look at it and go, just forget about it, right? But if they see an audio clip, they don't know what the heck that is, so they're going to be curious enough to click on it. When they see a video clip, they don't know what it is, so they're going to be curious enough to click on it to find out what it is, okay? And it's actually a better way of getting people to engage with you, okay? And this is the thing that I love about just all these new strategies that we're learning and able to get out. And I mean, this is only a small piece of what you're going to learn in the 21 day to 5K that you get with the Project Titan that we're all involved in here. Now, let's just talk about the pre-launch. Like, how do you promote a hot pre-launch? Okay, and this has been a hot topic. You know, I missed the actual hangout last night, but I was able to watch the recording of it today. And you know, they covered that very, very well last night. Actually, there was a lot of great points that were on there about engagement with your list and stuff. And the big thing about a hot pre-launch is that, you know, John Oakes really stated it quite well, is that, you know, you're at the beginning of something very fresh and new, okay? But the one thing about pre-launches, because you're going to see pre-launches all the time, but the one thing that will actually get people's attention is when they hear about a pre-launch that is having mass success right out the gate, okay? And that is what has been promoted with the Project Titan. Every time that you see something online now about Project Titan, there's something attached to it. It could be either income proof, or it could be an audio that's saying, look, you know, like today, my message going out was, you know, in 12 days, this pre-launch, and this is, when I say pre-launch, it's only by invitation only. That means it's not open to the general public. This has done over $800,000 in sales in its first 12 days. Now imagine what's going to happen when this opens to the general public. Okay? So when you start marketing something that has that kind of firepower behind it, that's when you're going to start attracting the masses. Everybody, when they hear numbers like that, and when there's numbers to back that and prove that, and they're coming out, okay? Because you're seeing people, you know, sharing, like on the videos, they're sharing 13K in one day, 6K in one day, you know, 4K in one day. You know, I did 1,500 in one day. And again, see our income disclaimer, okay? It'll be below this video when you see it. But, you know, we're going to be talking some kind of numbers on here. So the thing is that the importance of a pre-launch is knowing the power that's behind it. Now, there's a lot of pre-launches that come out, and a lot of companies will launch a business and they'll go into a pre-launch, and the whole idea of in their thought pattern is, you know, let's just get as many affiliates as we can into here, and you know, just go share it with everybody you can, and that's how they build their pre-launches. The smart thing that's been done about Project Titan is that they actually have a core design in the pre-launch pattern, okay? And when I talk about that, it's like they already have the step-by-step of what we need to do, what we need to say, and what we need to show, okay? And because we do that, and it follows the video series that's in there, first sign the NDA, then find out more information. So they're bringing us through a process where most other pre-launches out there don't have a process, and that's been the big problem and the failure with most product launches out there, because there is no process in place. This is why I think that this will be the largest pre-launch in the last 5 years, maybe even 10 years to come out. It's going to be massive. It will be #1 this year. Someone want to say something?
Yeah, Carl, what do you mean by no process? You know, it has no process where we do.
Okay, what I'm talking about is they don't have a set process of how to market the pre-launch. Basically, what companies do is they put a site together, and then they give a link to everybody, and they go, just go out and share that everywhere you possibly can. That's what their idea of a pre-launch is. Where ours is a concise, constructed launch that has an actual systematics to it. Okay. Whereas now everybody has to send them to an NDA. They sign the NDA. It goes to a video that starts explaining the part of it, which sends them to a second video, which starts giving them more information, which goes to a third video, which ends up closing the sale for you. Okay. This is something that most companies don't have in place. A lot of them will just come out with a standard website, like a capture page. It might have a short little video that tells everything about the company, right? And this is what David Wood talked about. A lot of times, people will destroy the name of the company and the product brand because they will go and start saying all kinds of different things about what the product is. In this case here, nobody actually knows what the real name of the product is. We don't even know. Project Titan is just the covert code name for it. It is not actually the name of the product. Okay? So this is just the pre-launch introduction to what's coming. But the actual name of the product is not available yet until launch. This way, no damage can be done to the actual brand name. Where most businesses, and I'm sure a lot of you have seen this, where people will come out and a company will launch this, and they have everything on there. They have the comp plan, they have all this kind of stuff on there, and what happens is you get some marketers that go into deviant mode and will start saying anything to entice people to sign up and get them in. And then when they finally get in, what was said to them actually wasn't actually true, or didn't actually exist, or only part of it did. Okay? And that damages the name brand of the entire launch. And that's why a lot of companies end up coming out with so much damage right out the gate. Okay? And the damage can go from anywhere from people misleading about the program or product to ISPs shutting down because the way it was marketed was against policies. Okay? The one thing that I have to say is so powerful about the Empower Network brand is that they completely 100% enforce compliance, okay? Which is probably the best thing that they've ever done, and it's just too bad not enough companies out there actually do that, because the compliance part of this launch is what's keeping this thing so powerful. So anybody want to comment on that?
Absolutely, it breeds credibility. The one thing that I wanted to jump in and say was that the pre-launch of this product is no different and just goes along right with what Empower Network's all about. It's all about providing a complete package, a full system where most everything is done for you. You leverage all of the videos and whatnot. I mean, I was talking to my newest member yesterday, and I was saying to her about the NDA and how the NDA, one, protects the brand, but also makes it ridiculously easy for new people to get started and talk about it, because you really can't say anything. And I explained to her one of the things that's useful about that is you can't go and butcher it. You can't go and lose people because you say something wrong or you say too much, and it's the NDA protects the brand but also protects you, especially when you're newer and you have a hard time explaining it. But the one thing that I've loved about Empower since the beginning, and one of the things that absolutely drew me in the very beginning, was that it's a complete package, and you just have to focus your attention on one simple thing, and that's the same for Project Titan as it is for the rest of Empower. It's driving traffic. It's getting eyeballs on videos. That's really it. They do everything else for you. It's the most simplistic model I've ever seen anywhere. And they did the exact same thing with Project Titan that they did with the rest of their products. And then Project Titan, of course, they made it even more powerful because it was designed to help people earn money and earn it fast, which is kind of one of the little knocks on Empower, that, you know, maybe it takes a little while to get generated and get going. But Project Titan allows you to recoup money and get into profit by the second sale. I mean, that's phenomenal. There's nothing out there like that. So, you know, it's the most simplistic system. You simply have to go out there and market it. It's the easiest thing in the world to do. That's my take on it.
Okay, sorry, my phone is going off here.
No problem.
That's a new sale coming in there, Carl.
Yeah.
Right. Someone wants to sign up, bud.
Actually, if someone else just wants to take this, I got to find out who this is.
Yeah, go ahead. You take the call. I had a few comments I wanted to make too. Wish my phone would ring for a sale. Hello, new Titan sale. Very good. $500. Okay, bye. All right.
Don't worry, Rob.
Okay.
That's me calling Carl, just so you know.
Yeah, I've done that in meetings before. It's the old, oh yeah, I got a sale, sale coming in here. It works every time. But yeah, I agree with everything that's been said, especially what you said there, Mark, about the ease of the system. The fact that there's really not that much you have to say. It's all been pre-formulated, but we don't want to get too much into the autopilot. I just think adding that element what Carl talked about today, just getting that little personal video piece put in there, and then let everything else take it from there. I think that will that'll get people to say, yeah, this must be serious because this person's actually really getting personal with me, right? Because it's all about personal marketing. So definitely this strategy is awesome when it comes to your cellular contacts, the people that you text. I still got to get into the Twitter a little bit, but I've been hitting the Facebook really hard, and it takes time. But I noticed I created a Facebook group, and it's just really people that I knew that knew me that I could actually add together in a group, and they wouldn't get that pissed off at me. So I took a flyer on that. It's been pretty good. I've had a few people drop, but for the most part, a lot of people, you can see they're looking at every message, and there you can see the little faces. I don't know if you're familiar with the Facebook Messenger chat app, but you see the little faces or little icons of everybody who's viewing what you just put there. And I haven't done video. I'm going to add a little video clip actually when we get done here to apply what I learned at the meeting today. But I do little audio clips. I say, yeah, guys, just like I typed there, I really appreciate your support. Thanks for hanging in there with me. There's a live call tonight. You know, and I had a girl today, Nicole, that's been in that group now for about 3 days, and she, now, you know, people sometimes say things, but I'm really hopeful. She said, you know what? When I get home from work, I'm going to sign up to Empower, and I'm going to move into Titan. So I'm, you know, super stoked that I'm going to be getting my, you know, a nice sale there. That'd be my second one, and that would be put me in definite profit by $500 in Project Titan. So, but if that one doesn't pan out, I'm going to move on to the next one. It's a never-ending, constant process of going through your contacts, through people that you've had previous chats with, initiating new chats, and it never, for me, it never ends. I'm constantly on my phone working and Skype, working it, and working it some more. So that's it.
Well, you're going to be darn close, because I'm telling you, it's coming like that close now, Rob. Okay, I mean, you're like right on the cusp right now of just that breakout.
Yeah,
and a lot of us are. You know, you got Mark, who's right there too. I mean, this is a guy who's working like an animal day in and day out when he's not at the office. And again, he's another one that's right on the edge now. And you know what? All it is just a matter of getting that consistent message out. That, you know, just like with you, Rob. You know, it took her 3 days, and then she just, you know what? I'm going to do it. Right? So it's the consistency of your message, and this is what's happened to me. It took me a few months to start building up to what I was, and then now, you know, I was doing roughly around $1,000 a month for my first 3 or 4 months, and you know, then I hit a $5,000 a month, then I hit $3,000 last month. Now I'm on my way to another $5,000 a month this month. You see, it's the consistency that goes on, and when you are completely consistent all the time, that's when people are going to see it, because they're watching you. Okay, just like that lady has been watching Rob. She said, you know what, I'm doing this now. I'm seeing how stuff is happening, and I'm getting in. We have a lot of people who are on our list. If we are emailing our list every day, which you should be, at least one email a day should be going out to your list. I email my list, as an example, I will send an email every day to my list with my blog post, with my latest blog post. Now, if I'm doing a Hangout, I will say, oh, in addition, you know, don't forget to catch my Hangout at 1 p.m. and here's the link, right? Or if we have a mastermind, you know, if you end up deciding to get on board with us tonight, I can hook you into our team mastermind with 6- and 7-figure earners tonight, right? Or Monday, I'll tell them, don't forget about, you know, tonight's call. This will be very important and beneficial to you to come in and listen to this thing. You know, if you're not home, you can always dial in on your phone. Right? I'll tell them that. That's all in my one email that goes out, okay, with my blog post. So I'm always giving information, and this is the big part about what we do here, is providing the valued information. The more valued information we can provide and give to people all the time, the more likely they are to register and get involved with you. You know, or if they're already registered with you, to start buying the products. Okay, so Judy, I know that it's late there, so I want to get you on before you kind of pass out on us. So, is there anything you want to say?
Yeah, I've had a really eventful day today. I got my first sale in Titan.
Woohoo! Congratulations!
Awesome.
It hasn't actually gone completely through because there was a hiccup with the system, but because it's night time now, she's in bed now. She had to go to work early tomorrow, so I said, go to bed, I'll fix it. And I've spoken to John, and they'll get it sorted.
Yeah.
I sent her a text on Facebook. I did personal development with her probably about 8 years ago, and she came into my mind, and John Will's what's his tape I've been listening to, you know, the hour one that's in the back office?
Yes, yeah.
In the Saturday thing, I've listened to that every day since I found it. That was about a week ago. And since then, people have been contacting me. And I'm going, oh, yeah, this is working. Okay, this is working. And she came into my mind, and I thought, oh, you have to pay attention to what comes into your mind, and the people that come across your mind, you shouldn't ignore it. So I sent her a text and said, just thought I'd send you a text to say hi, how you doing? We haven't sort of caught up for ages and what's been happening. She came back with and she said, oh my God, what are you doing? She said, I've been seeing stuff on Facebook. She said, you've done so much work over the years. I've been watching you. What are you doing? And I said, I'm making money online or trying to. And she said, tell me what you're doing. And I said, well, I can send you a link and just watch the videos because that's easier. And then we can chat after. She said, yeah, okay. So I did that. And so she joined. That was the 3 sales I got to start with. And then she watched the videos. And then she started sending me texts saying, what's this, what's that, what's something else? So I said, can I call you? And she said, yes. I call her. And so I just started asking her questions like, what are you doing? She's split up from her husband. He wants the house. She's got no money. She's got the 2 kids. And I'm going, oh, okay, okay. So what do you think you're going to do about it? And she goes, well, I need to, you know, earn money. I said, well, are you working? Because she was always had a good job. She said, just casual. I said, okay. So, well, what else do you think you could do? And she said, well, I don't know. She said, but what are you doing? And I said, well, let me tell you. I've never been so excited about anything in my life. And she goes, you're kidding me. I said, no. And I said, I don't normally do this. I said, but I'm just so excited. I said, you know the developments that we've done over the years to improve our mind? And she said, yes, but you've done more than me. I said, doesn't matter. But I said, this is the vehicle that we have been waiting for. This is what the world needs, and it's not out there. So I said, I don't have all the details, but I'm in. So she said, send me the link. So I sent her the link, and she called back and she said, I'm going to do this. So I said, well, don't just stick your toe in the water. You make a decision. If you want to make money, you have to really get into it and don't just do it for a couple of days. And she said, no, I'm going to do it. And I said, well, I'd love to have you aboard if you're serious. And she said, yeah, I am. So it was a really good conversation. Then after that, I was reading my emails, and there was one from a coaching firm. I get them quite a lot because I'm a holistic coach, and it's on my emails. And she rang and said, oh, we sent you some information and just wondering what did you think about it? And I said, yeah, I read it all. It's really interesting. You know, do you like what you're doing? And she said, yeah. But I was listening to her voice, and I said, oh, you've been doing it long? She said, oh, yeah, a few years. And I said, yeah, I know what it's like. I said, you know what we coaches go through? It's really hard to find clients and then to keep them. She goes, I know, it's a never-ending battle. And I said, yeah, I'm just really excited that I found Titan because I reckon everything's going to change. And she said, how do you mean? I said, I have no idea, but I've got a gut feeling that this is going to be just exactly what we need. She said, really? And I said, well, if you're interested, I can send you some information. I said, but you have to sign an NDA, and then you can't tell anybody about it because it's in pre-launch. It hasn't even been given to the public yet. And she goes, really? And I went, well, yeah, if you're interested, I could send you something, whatever. She goes, no, send it to me, send it to me. So I sent it to her, and she's going to get back to me tomorrow. And it was just after that conversation with her, there are so many people here in WA that are in that niche. And I've been in that niche for quite a few years, and I understand how it's very hard to get clients. And a lot of the coaches, they don't charge what they're worth. They have self-image issues, so they always do things for hardly anything. And it's just a huge market. And so this Titan is just going to, and in the end I said to her, it doesn't matter what you do, even if you're not a coach. It doesn't matter what business you're in. This is going to be amazing. And, you know, when I got off the phone, I went, well, that's really easy. Who else can I call? So I sort of got myself excited the more I was talking to someone else about it. So,
you know, that's
it's really
funny how you mention that because, you know, even though you're a holistic coach, each and every one of us on here that are involved in online marketing, we are coaches, whether we believe it or not.
You are.
The moment you start to guide people and show people how to do things, you know, online, you're immediately coaching them. Okay? So now all of a sudden we are going from being just a regular marketer now to a coach, right? So I'm just gonna I'm not sure who's this, travelers? Who's this?
Brian. This is Brian.
Grant. Oh, okay.
Great job, Judy. Very excited to hear that.
Awesome. Yeah,
Thank you.
absolutely. It's exciting, isn't it, Judy? I mean, you got your first sale. That gets that adrenaline going, right?
The only thing I would do is, because you show so much excitement, and we talked about this, is do yourself a video, telling them and showing how excited you are, because they see exactly how you are, that you're not sitting behind a computer like we've been explaining.
Yeah. Now's the time to do that. Is hit it when your adrenaline's high, right? That's
Well, I had that plan to do this afternoon, but I've spent about 4 hours with this lady trying to get her on.
Well,
So,
there you go. But I mean,
tomorrow.
as soon as you're done this, if you've got the time, spend 2 minutes and just go shoot a quick video before you crash and burn for the night, because I know it's getting late.
Yeah, I've already got all my notes out what I'm going to say, so I've
There
got
you
it ready.
go. So the reason we're saying that now is because you want to do it when the adrenaline's high, not when you go to sleep and you wake, because then the adrenaline's not there anymore. You know what I mean?
Well,
So
I
then
think
you got to wait for the actual sale to come in to get that adrenaline high going again.
I think those videos and listening to the hypnosis from Will and doing it every day, and then I'm also listening to my story. I recorded that on my phone, and I listen to that every day as well. So it makes a difference.
Yeah, it does. It absolutely does. Any other comments out there?
Yeah, I have something, Carl. I had somebody tell me that my videos aren't professional, and I'm like, yeah, that's perfect. That is exactly what I'm looking for. So that's the one thing. You sense at times that people are, I'm going to wait on that, or I'll put that off, or videos should be not unscripted, just a couple of things in your mind, and then you just run with it. Just go and make it in your mind, like, you know what, no matter come hell or high water, it's going to be one take. For a while there, I called myself One Take Rob. Now, I've done some ones where I went against my rule, and they were on lead capture pages and different things, and I said, yeah, you know what, that was stupid, or the washing machine was shaking or something. It was like, oh, it's going to be in the background. People are going to wonder what the heck's going on. But yeah, those quick little ones that Carl talked about, that one, because I'm going to, by God, for sure, I'm going to do one when we get off the call here to my little Facebook team of like 40-some people that are there. I just got another message from a guy named Emery. He wants some information, so I gave him the information. Join Empower, come in through the trial. I'll send you over to Michael Martin's, I call it that's your Titan training, the Michael Martin Team Consistency site. Watch the video, run with it, and then so I don't talk about $1,000 payment. I don't get into that. I don't need to get into that. Right. So I'm going to do just a quick little video snippet there, and it's going to be a one take. It's going to be a one-take job, and it's going to have a lot of passion to it. And there we go. That could get me another prospect there. So that's my thought on video. Don't be self-conscious. Don't worry about it. It doesn't have to be epic. It's just, I think that's the message to convey is, I'm just like you. We're just average folks that are going to be earning extraordinary incomes.
Yeah. Well, you know what? I'm glad you actually tapped on that, because last night when I was on the Hangout, someone was asking, what do we do? Do we send people to Titan, or do we send people to the back office? Yeah. And you hit it right on the nail. This is exactly what I do. You know what? We want people in our business. Our business is everything, right? We bring them in. I mean, this is my own personal opinion. You guys can do whatever you want, but I'm telling you here, and this is the point I made to a lot of people out there, and I'm going to explain something to everybody, okay? With Empower Network, okay, we have our ranking system, which also impacts Project Titan. However, okay, in order to get your ranks, if you go the Project Titan way, you need 10 sales to hit boss. If you come in through the Empower Network way, which is through the $7 trial, which I highly recommend everybody does, because you want everybody on our products, okay? In my opinion, it's harder to bring them from Titan to Empower than it is from Empower to Titan. Okay? So you're bringing them in one way, and all you need is 5 sales, whether it's the trial or whatever it is, because the trial will trigger a sale on the Collat too. Okay? So you bring them in this way here. 5 of those get you a boss rank. That boss rank counts towards the Project Titan, okay, ranking. Okay? So does the bronze, so does the boss maker, so does all that stuff. You get paid on all that kind of stuff. Okay? But in my opinion, okay, not to take any focus off of Project Titan, but what Rob did is exactly what I'm doing. Okay? You bring them in through the trial, you send them to the Team Consistency site, and then Michael Martin kicks in and starts sending them over to Titan for us. Just like that. Okay? This is what makes everything so smooth, because now you want the sales coming in. You don't want just Titan sales. You want them getting the whole thing. What do we talk about in this company? Are you all in or not? Right? So you're either going to become all in your company, and you're going to become a product of the product, which means that you need to eventually own all of the products to become a product of the product. Okay? So start wherever you want. I don't care. Just understand that if you decide to come in at the basic, which a lot of people do, and there's nothing wrong with that, okay, that especially if you're going to do it this way, like I've just told you to do, accept the fact that people are going to buy the other products, and you are going to lose commissions to those, and you don't get those back. They don't leave you. You don't pass those people up or anything. They still retain in there. And then if you go in, you buy all the products, and then they start buying the products, you get paid on those products. But if they buy the product before you, you'll never make a residual or the one-time offer on that product. And again, you know, I've had this chat with a few of you that are on here that are at the basic, and again, there's no problem with that, okay? I just like everyone to know, because you know my story, okay? I don't know anybody who wants to lose $9,000 in 8 days like I did. Okay? I don't know anybody who wants to do that. You know, Alex last night, I was listening to the recording, he goes, man, I wish Carl didn't buy anything. I could have had $10,000 in sales, but he went and bought all the products, and now I don't get them. Right? So Alex was the one. He's my sponsor. He's the one that I gave $9,000 to in 8 days, because I did not buy the mass influence. Okay? And again, you know, I didn't learn on lesson 1, I didn't learn on lesson 2, and I didn't learn on lesson 3. And, you know, 3 strikes and you're out, well, that's what happened. I was out, right? So, you know, it took me to get the 4th base in order to friggin' learn that, you know, not to lose any more commissions, you know, because on day 9 I bought the product, right?
Carl, that's just because you didn't know me back then. That's why. I would have shown you how an action taker takes action.
I'm telling you, you know, a lot of it has to do with ego too. I had a big ego back then,
Yeah.
right? And I thought, that's only one sale. You know, and then 2 days later, another one. I go, okay, there's no way a third one's going to come in. And then boom, and on the 5th day or 6th day or something like that, then that came in on that, because you know it was 2 days after I bought that. So day 2, the first one came in. Day 4, the second one, and then it was day 8 or something like that that the third one came in. But you know, you think, well, 1, okay, and then 2, there's no way a third one's going to come in, and then it did, right? And it's like, man, and then I scrambled to find the money, and I came in on day 9 because I wasn't going to lose any. And guess what? A week after that, another sale came in that I got this time, right? So they were starting to come in. And, you know, people say, well, people don't have money out there. I beg to differ with you. If you have a good quality product out there that is reliable and works for everybody, they're going to buy it, okay? I know guys selling $20,000 packages on the internet like this, no problem, okay? If the product is worth the value, people are going to buy it. Titan, I'm telling you, come June, okay, there's going to be thousands and thousands of these things sold. Thousands, not hundreds. There's going to be people making 5, 6, and 7 figures before the end of this year, okay, in this just from this product alone, okay. I've seen I've been around the industry 36 years. I've seen this kind of thing happen 4 times, twice from this company. Once when they launched, when they absolutely exploded the marketplace, and now this one. The other 2, one was Herbalife, and the other one was Bitcoin.
Here's here's something I wanted to share with you. A team leader that I knew, in another industry, he said, an entrepreneur is like a plane on an aircraft carrier. You need the speed and velocity and the momentum to take off, or you're going to miss. You only got so much room there. So, it's kind of like what you're saying here.
Well, I mean, our industry goes in waves. Just like every industry goes in waves. Some of those waves could be very short together and grow larger and larger, like tsunamis, and then you get other ones that will just ripple, and that's it, right? You see, the ones that take off and become the biggest and most successful ones are the ones that start in an impact market, okay? We are hitting an impact market, okay? The #1 industry in the world is information technology, okay? Anything that launches, that's why you see apps. When apps come out, they friggin' go like nuts, okay? A lot of them will come out for free and then start selling. Like, for instance, a game. Let's take Angry Birds as an example. Angry Birds came out. It was a free download. But the guy made hundreds of millions of dollars off that thing because why? He made it at a part of the game that you needed to buy stuff for $1 within it, okay? And that's information technology. That's how these things work, okay? Any kind of info product that comes out that will absolutely impact any particular niche, the game niche, the mobile niche, okay? Mobile apps like WhatsApp and all these other apps. I mean, I could go through tons of apps on here, Snapchat, all these things here. At some point in time, there's going to be add-ons to these things here. They're going to cost you money, if there isn't already. For people that are going to add on, they're going to buy these add-ons to these things, okay? And the thing that's amazing, like I got some of the NHL stuff and stuff on here. Some of the stuff that I want to access on that site, I got to pay for, okay? That's information technology. That's how they build it. The second one that we're talking about, which I can't actually say on here because this isn't an NDA-specific type of hangout, is we're hitting the second largest, fastest growing industry in the world, okay? Anybody who's listening to this that hasn't signed the NDA, go sign it. Whoever sent you to this hangout, get back to them, get their link, go sign it now and find out. Because I'm telling you right now, if you don't do it, you're going to miss out on one of the biggest waves that's going to happen here in the last 10 years that's going to hit in June, and you're going to kick yourself. You're going to be just like me. Oh, I should have bought the product. I should have bought the product. Okay? Let me tell you how big, everybody knows how big Bitcoin is right now, right? Okay? Roughly, one Bitcoin sells for about $400. Maybe it's a little bit higher, $400 or $500. Okay? I can't remember how long ago it was, but I think it was about 6 years ago Bitcoin hit the market. Okay?
What is that, Carl?
Bitcoin it's a currency. It's a digital currency. Okay? And Bitcoin came out about 6 years ago, I think, when it first came onto the market. And I thought it was going to be kind of cool and stuff like that. So I bought 36,000 Bitcoin for about 3 cents a piece. Okay? And then all of a sudden, it just didn't take off. And, people said, nah, this digital currency thing isn't going to work. So people were taking Bitcoin as payment for different things. I was buying apps for it and all that kind of stuff. So eventually, I liquidated all 36,000 of my Bitcoin because people were taking a couple hundred Bitcoin, for payment on a $60 product. So, hey, I'll take it. I'll send it to them. $400 of Bitcoin today. Imagine how much money I'd have today. You see? But see, this is what happens when people don't take things serious. Okay? They lose out. And this is something that's going to be very, very big, and it's going to get very, very big fast in this industry because we're the first ones tapping this, okay, in the network marketing arena. So if you're not interested in doing it, that's fine, okay? But get yourself a third leg to kick yourself in the you-know-what because you're going to need it after June. You're going to wish you never made that mistake. You know, $1,000 is not much. And a lot of you might say, oh, it's a ton of money. You know what? It's only money. It's only money. But you're never going to get back your time. That's something you're never going to get back. You're not going to be able to go back in time and then go back and buy this thing again. It's not going to happen. And you're going to miss that. And you never want to miss the launch of a new age product. And our product here, Product Titan, is not just hitting the second largest niche that's out there. Okay? It's actually tapping the first largest one, the info products as well. Okay? And if you go through the NDA and you go through video 2, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. Okay? Because we're tapping the 2 top most powerful, most fastest growing industries in the world, and we're tapping it with an untapped market. Nobody has the tools that we have coming out in the information technology, okay? And nobody has anything that's comparable to what we're coming out with in the second one. And to miss that, I will feel for you. I will cry personally for each and every one of you guys for missing out on that, because I will feel for you. Okay? So again, I'm gonna state this to go back to whoever sent you to this hangout here today. Get back to that person now. Get that link. Sign the NDA. Go through those videos. You'll know exactly what I'm talking about. By the time you get to video 3, you're gonna go, man, it's a good thing I listened to this guy. Okay? Trust me. You know, there's a few of us that are on this panel here, Tricia Lee, Mark, myself, and I think that's it. We were there for the launch of that product in Nashville at the end of April. We saw that beast. We saw what it's going to do. I personally had an experience with the brand new second industry-leading product. Personally, I had that with me. I met with the guy who's part of that whole product, okay, in Nashville. So what I want to do is I want to bring on Tricia Lee and then Mark just to talk about what you guys experienced there, what you guys have experienced with this pre-launch product that we're talking about. Again, you know, I'm talking about the power of pre-launch in this entire hangout, but we are focusing on Project Titan, okay, because this is, again, going to be an industry-changing product coming out. I am so stoked about this thing, you have no idea. I talk in my sleep about it, right? So, Tricia Lee, why don't you come on, let everybody know what your thoughts were on what you experienced in Nashville and what this product is doing for you right now.
I'm just looking at the whole overview of the whole company, and I think with Project Titan, your investment, you're looking at maybe around $6,000 to get all the products within Empower Network. That is a steal of a deal for someone that's wanting to start a business, because if you're looking at an offline business, I'm an offline business owner, $60K for me to be able to purchase a profitable, already set up business. And that's what this is like, already set up, things are set up. There's step-by-step directions of how to integrate the system and make it work for you through the Team Consistency website, and it's just a phenomenal opportunity. So like when you look at a brick and mortar business, you're looking at like tens of thousands of dollars of investment to be able to get that going, and maintaining it is like a constant investment. So it's like a no-brainer to get all of the products that are available to you. And with what we saw with Nashville, and I'm so excited because I've been, ever since they changed the comp plan, I've been wishing and wanting them to bring back the 100% commissions, because it's such an attractive selling point. And so I just see the value of Titan. the 100% commissions being back on that first sale is so powerful for people. And with no pass-ups, your second sale, you're in profit. So to me, it's a no-brainer to get all the products that you can as soon as possible. And of course, there are like resource issues that people have, but once you start listening to that inner circle, you're going to figure it out. You're going to get ideas of how to manifest the resources you need to be all in this business. And I guess that's my thoughts.
Well, thanks, Trishli. I mean, you know what? You're right. Again, you know, when I mention it's $1,000, and then some people go, well, you know, it's a lot of money. It is a lot of money, and I'm not gonna say it's not a lot of money. But what you have to realize is what the potential loss it could be for you as well. Now, you know, am I trying to sell you on this? Of course I am. Okay. This is business. This is what we do. But I'm not just trying to sell you the product. I'm trying to sell you the value of what you could potentially lose not being here. Now, some of us on here that own Project Titan, we've actually been experiencing the product, okay? A part of the product anyways, okay? Because part of it is a weekly mind cleansing, I guess I'm going to call it, okay? That we kind of get from it. You know, when you think about everything, like Trishli was saying, $6,000. It is $6,000 unless you buy it within the first 5 days, and then it's $5,000, right? Because you get a $1,000 discount if you buy it within your first. But that's if you buy everything. Like Titan's $1,000, and then of course we have all the other products. And then some people are saying to me, well, you know, now you're talking $6,000. And it's like, you know, when I had a brick and mortar, my monthly costs were about $7,500, right? That was my monthly cost. Never mind my startup. Okay, my startup was well over like $60,000, $70,000 because I had to buy a massive amount of product for my sports card store, right? I actually looked into buying a Subway franchise, right? Subway franchise was $285,000 back then. I don't know what it is now. Back then, and that didn't include the food, that didn't include the staff, that didn't include the location or anything like that. All that included was the franchise license and the equipment. That's all that I still had to get the lease, okay? I still had to hire staff, right? And then I had to train them, right? So, you know, there's so much involved in that kind of stuff, and everybody thinks that, you know, when someone mentions that little bit of money, that, and I call it a little bit, but some people will say it's a lot, right? That's a drop in the bucket for a start of any business. Now, starting off, here's what I'm going to tell you. With the way that we've explained it earlier, okay, with coming in through Empower Network through the 14-day trial, okay, and then progressing over to Titan, this is the one that's hot. This is our hottest product launch that's going to happen. This is where the money's going to be made in the next 6 to 12 months. You're going to make enough money there that you'll be able to reinvest that back in to get all of your other products, and guess what? It'll all be done from out of product, so there'll literally be no out-of-pocket expense at that point, okay? And, you know, like last night, they were talking about, on the Hangout last night, they were talking about, well, you know, do we just do Project Titan, or do we do, you know, do we bring them in through the trial? And a lot of them were saying, well, you know what, we really want to put the focus on Titan. I agree and disagree, okay? They have to come in and they have to join at some point in time. But my thinking, and this is me, my thinking is, well, they need to have the knowledge of how to market Titan, and that's where it is in Empower Network. That's how they learn how to market, okay? Project Titan is going to teach them the philosophical part, the mental training type thing. It's a different type of product, okay? It's basically a mind cleansing for yourself to actually get yourself in the right mindset to build a business. Whereas Empower Network is the strategic part of building it. Okay, so you have to look at the different parts. You know, I was talking to Vanessa at head office, and I actually told her, I says, and even David Wood, the owner, I talked to him and I says, you know, this actually completes Empower Network. This product this has been the missing piece for 4 years in this entire company, because I've been on and off this company for 4 years, and this has been the missing component. Now this company is complete, and when you see this beast come to life in June, you're going to know exactly what I'm talking about. There are people out there very, very scared in our industry that are our competitors, are very scared about what this thing is going to be when it comes out. Because we're going to dominate our part of the industry when this thing launches in June. We're going to be a complete dominance that's out there. Because there isn't anything that's going to compare to us when we get out there. And this is the thing that's worrying a lot of our competitors. I know. I've had conversations with them already. Okay? Some of them are former Empower Network people that have gone on to do other things, wondering, holy crap, should I come back? Some of them have. I've brought some of them back. Some of them have come back with their tail between their legs. Hell, I came back with my tail between my legs when I found out everything that was going on with this company. And this was before I knew about Titan. Okay? So, you know, when you have something as powerful as this, like, you're always going to see a pre-launch out there. You're going to see pre-launches because there's companies that launch every single week in our industry in different niches. You're going to find them. And I'm not going to say ours is any better than anybody else. The one thing I'm going to tell you about what makes us so much different from everybody else is we are super and very highly organized when we come out with something, where all the other ones are hit and miss when they come out the door. You know, a lot of companies, when they launch, they're all based on hype, hoping and crossing their fingers and praying that what they have is going to attract enough people to not only make the owner some money, but make the people money too. Okay? They're hoping and praying that their compensation plan is built just exactly right to make these people money when they come out the gate. Okay? And I hate to say it, but 90% of them are not successful. I've been in this industry 36 years, and I've seen businesses crash and burn so fast, it's unbelievable. The average lifespan of the average business in this industry is 3 months. That's the average lifespan of any business. That's why people go, well, I hope this is going to work. I hope this is going to, well, you know, the other part of that, the other side of that coin is that their expectations when they get involved in the business are way too high. They come from a business that maybe they're making $30,000 a year and they're getting paid $2,000 a month. So the moment they come over to this industry, their expectations are that's what they're going to make that month, and if it doesn't happen, then it's a scam or it doesn't work. But that's a mentality problem on that part. Okay? You're embarking from being an employee now to being a business owner. Two different worlds. Okay? And I can say that because I was a business owner. And I know what it takes. You see, when you're an employee coming here, and there's a lot of people that are probably watching this that are employed, they go to a job every day, they have their 9 to 5 that they go to, and you know they get their paychecks every 2 weeks, and that happens whether they put the time in or not. Okay, and when I say that, I mean you go to your work every day for 8 hours, but maybe you don't quite work 8 hours a day. You know, maybe you work 3.5 hours. Maybe you work 5 hours of those days, and the rest of them is sitting outside having a smoke or having a 2-hour lunch or, you know, talking in the hallway or whatever it is. Hey, look, we're all guilty of that. We all did that. Okay, and there's still some today that are still guilty of doing that. Okay, but the difference is they're expecting their paycheck every 2 weeks, and it shows up until eventually the company gets tired of them and tells them it's time to go. Now, as a business owner, you are the employee, the employer, and the owner all in one. Okay? So now you've got to put in the time, you've got to schedule the time, and you've got to manage the time. Okay? You're wearing all the hats now. Okay? You're not just wearing one hat, you're wearing all of them. And this is what most people struggle with. They don't understand that that's what they have to do, and that's why the failure rate is so high, because they're not willing to take the time and understand how they need to run a business. And this all happens with everything, even pre-launches. You know, when you're in a pre-launch, and this is why we have this 21-day plan in place. You know, we're fortunate enough that we had a team of marketers that went and put together, and this was the leadership council, that went together and put a daily scheduled plan in place to make sure that this works. Okay? Now that was all the hats, the business owner, the management, and the affiliates, all in one. All those hats were all put together to do that. And they hand you that little schedule, that little daily action plan for you to go in, because now you don't have to be the guy who creates all that. You're still going to put all of those hats on, but now you have what you need in place to go and do that. Most people that come to the internet don't have that, right? Like, I don't know, is there any comments from the gallery on that? Anybody? No? Okay. So I guess everybody's in congruent with what I'm saying. They understand everything. Everybody agrees that, you know, we put on different hats. So when we go into a pre-launch and we have a product like this, it's like it's your own product. It's like you have it right here. You know, here's your product. It's right here. You're getting ready to go and market your product. Here's a cup, and I'm going to go and market this cup now. Right? So now I got to make sure that not only I'm finding out, I got to go and find my target market, but I got to create the marketing plan to go and do that. And then once I do that, I got to manage myself to make sure that I keep doing that every day. Okay? These are all the hats that you wear when you go to do a pre-launch. And if you're able to do that, and you're able to put all those hats on, that's when you're going to make all the money. That's when everything is going to explode for you. And I'm telling you, it's going to get very, very big for you when you do that. But you got to learn how to wear all the hats. And this is where I guess most people are struggling online today. I know there's some in my team that are struggling, and I'm sure there's some in your team that are struggling. But what they're struggling with is they're trying to figure out how they wear all these hats. Well, this is why we have a 21-day plan in place. This is why most people will suffer every time a pre-launch comes out someplace else, because they don't have a structure in place. And for anybody who's thinking about this, the blueprint we have is incredible. I actually dropped everything that I was doing regularly in my marketing and went straight to the 21-day plan. I have it right here. Right? It's all printed out right here. It's 21-day plan. Okay? All printed out, and I follow this. Doesn't matter what my experience is. I follow what they have put out, and this thing here has created me almost $2,500 in the last 10 days. You know, this is 21 days to 5K. By the time my 21 days is up, I'll be at 5K plus. Okay? By the time my 30 days is up, who knows where I'll be? But that's because I have a plan. Okay? How many of you can say out there that are listening to this online, or even on the panel, that you could literally go out and create $5,000 in 21 days if you didn't have a plan?
Nope, not at all. Ain't gonna happen. Because you need what you have with Titan and what you have with Empower is what I didn't have. I've done well in marketing. I own my own site, and I have a lot of good things that I do. But I didn't have the large income driver, products that are of very high quality, that have a high ticket value, that can pay you large commissions. You can get scammy stuff that's expensive, it's crap, and you'll get shut down and go to jail. Or you can get good stuff like what Empower offers, put yourself out there, do what you got to do to get locked in, to get all in, and then you go out there and you promote it. So I had a lot of the pieces in place. You talked about missing pieces earlier, Carl. That was my missing piece. That's why I came to you. I says, Carl, you know, I'm a director of this, and I'm a Ruby at that, and I got all these titles and stuff, but you know, I'm not, you know, making what I need to make to really change my life. So that's why I plugged into Empower, and I have no regrets. I'm all in, including Titan. And man, I'm just moving forward. I got offline people that are looking to come in with me. I've got obviously online. I've got a lot of leads and a lot of good things. And you know, it's not a matter of if, it's just a matter of when. And I just stay with my plan, because the plan's good, and the 21-day plan is awesome. No matter who you are, there's people, there's look around you, there's leads, there's your phone has all kinds of great stuff inside of it. And people, don't be afraid to follow the 21-day plan, but you got to get into Titan to get the 21-day plan.
Yep, that's exactly it. And you know, I mean, we've got all kinds of stuff. Like our team consistency, has even more than that. I mean, we have got an amazing training site of additional training over and above what Empower has. So, you know, we are covering every aspect of marketing that you can possibly find out there on the internet. Every aspect. And you know, with what we have, the 21-day plan is absolutely amazing and can be used for any business. Okay, this is not specific to Project Titan or Empower Network. This is for any business that's out there. Okay, Project Titan is not just for Empower Network. It's for any business. Everybody has to realize, who's listening to this now, and I'm sure everybody on the panel knows, that our products are generically driven. Okay. Got to run. Oh, Mark's got to run. Okay, sorry, Mark. Got to run. Mark's got a job he's got to go to. I feel bad for him. One day he'll have a real job. He'll have a real job like us, right? So, but you know, I think everybody knows what I'm saying here. Is just that, you know, all of our stuff, and all of you that have experienced the products, because I know a lot of you own a lot of the products that are in here, that they're generically driven products to teach us different marketing strategies, mindsets, and so forth to market anything. You know, a brick and mortar could use our products to build their business, both on and off the internet. The new products coming out is going to help brick and mortars and professional organizations and everything be able to come on and use our products. The marketing tools coming with Titan that are going to be absolutely amazing. These are going to help simplify everything in your everyday business. And when you go through the videos, especially when you hit video number 2 and then number 3, if you are not sold on that, then there isn't anything on the internet that'll sell you. None. You're not going to be sellable, period. Okay? I will say that. Because no matter what your business is, I don't care what industry it's in, okay, the one thing that it's lacking is what Empower Network has. Because I wish I had everything in this whole darn portfolio that I have right now to market when I was in other businesses outside of Empower. Because if I did, I'm telling you, I don't know where I would be today. And when I say I don't know where I'll be today, is I don't know what beach I'd be living on right now, because I would have boatloads of money, and I'm not kidding you, okay? Because ever since I came back to Empower Network, I was almost flat broke and homeless in September last year, because like Rob, had lots of people following him, but I wasn't making any money. Everything was just going to crap. And then, all of a sudden, Alex called me up out of the blue, said, you got to come back. I did. And boom, baby. Back into the money again. Okay? Left Empower, or before Empower, I was broke. Came to Empower, made money. Left Empower, went broke. Came back to Empower, made money. Obviously, it's there. There's a pattern, right? So I don't leave Empower anymore. Just doesn't make sense. I don't know about you, but I don't like broke. Okay? Broke is no fun.
So you don't need to go anywhere now. You stay there.
No. Unfortunately, they're stuck with me. I told David Wood that too. I says, sorry, man, I can't leave anymore. So I guess that's where the duct tape came in, right? So any final things anybody wants to say? I know some of you have been kind of quiet on here. I don't know if there's anything you guys want to say. I talk too much. So no? Okay.
We're just soaking in all the information you're giving us. It's fine.
Well, I just hope the stuff we covered today, you know, kind of sinks in, especially about the pre-launch stuff, because I'm sure a lot of everybody's been through some kind of a pre-launch, and I think they understand, you know, when you don't have a set plan of structure in place, everything can pretty much fall to pieces. So.
Hey, Carl.
Yeah.
I wanted to make a mention because I know you said this on previous broadcasts that you were gonna, excuse me, you were gonna get together so we have contact information of some time, you know, like different ones and, you know, that are on our team and, you know, all that. So I didn't know if you did something like that because Mark had some interesting stuff, and then, you know, others. Being that Rob's in Pittsburgh, you know, I want to hook up with him.
Well, you're talking about where people are actually situated.
Well, even their Facebook. You know, just.
Well, we can like. What I highly recommend to everybody is, you know, when you're starting to build a team, you know, you want to make sure that you hook them all into one central location. Like my team, we're all hooked into one central Skype location, and that's where everybody can share their information. Okay, so you know, we have to be careful on how you do that. Like, you don't want to be giving that kind of information on a Hangout like this, because this is wide open to the general public, and you don't really know.
I'm sorry. Yeah, I forgot that. Yeah.
So that's why I have private groups where everybody can privately share their information through private text messaging, whatever that is. Okay. Where everybody can connect that way. And I highly recommend that you do that anyways. This is the way that I communicate with my team. You know, when I have people that join me in business, the first thing I do is I make sure that I get them all on a Skype group. Okay, they're all in there, and then we connect with each other on Facebook, and we can do that through private messaging, however you want to do it. But there's all I put everybody in a Skype group so I can update everybody every single day with updates. Okay, so everybody's in there, and they can't say that they're not plugged in, right? So the one big thing that everybody needs to do is create that. If your sponsor is unattainable and you don't know how to do that, you need to find out who the next person in line of sponsorship is, connect with them, see if they got a group, and plug into them. You know, like my sponsor is Alex Zubarev, who, you know, everybody who's on this call is underneath. And we're in a Skype group with him. And then we're in another subgroup with some of the others, like with Alex and Michael Martin and John Oakes. And then I have my own personal group that my own personal team is in, right? And I need to make sure that we are always constantly connected and plugged in. That is so important in what we do. So I hope that kind of answers your question. That's the central way and the best way to make sure everybody plugs in and finds out, because you got to be careful with information, right? With people's information.
Yeah, most definitely, I know that.
Yeah. So.
All right, sounds good. Thank you.
Okay. Any other questions before we wrap up?
No, I'm going to say good night now. I've got to go to bed.
Okay.
Make your video.
It's 2:15 in the morning, and I've got to get up early.
Judy, you better make your video before you go to bed.
Okay, Judy, thanks for hanging with us today.
Okay, see you later. Bye.
Bye now. Okay, sorry, Nicole, you came on late here. I'm just ready to wrap up here. So, but If there is anything else, everyone, thanks so much for hanging with me today. Hopefully you got some information out of this and maybe some entertainment too. Who knows? So with that said, I guess we'll call it a close for the day, and we'll see you all back here on Tuesday at 1 p.m. Eastern. So have a great weekend, everybody. Some of you, the All In and the Titan group, we'll see you all tomorrow at the Titan Call at 12 noon Eastern, and see you then. Take care.